Hello, my friends. Let's just go ahead and look. I'd like to know up front, who's your signing of the season, your player of the season, your young player of the season. This is not our normal squad, right? So it's got a little mixed up. Give you this, 20 goals and 7 assists. I think I know who your player of the season is going to be, but I could be wrong. Colin Bunny with 16 and 3. 8 and 5 for Lorenzo. Not bad. Serge on 7 with 11 assists. Is our assist leader. Average rating, De Silva. Ibrahim right behind him. 0.35 behind him. And Mary, surprisingly, now obviously on as third as many minutes or as fourth as many minutes as everybody else with a 709. And then Oriole. So interesting times there. You can always pause and go back if you want. And then I put out, just some trying to unsettle some people because there's a rumor that Carlo Costi is unsettled at Schalke, and I would take him with De Silva, and also in case De Silva leaves. And then this guy's 32, but he looks to be quite good for a 32-year-old. Now he's going to want crazy wages, so it's probably not going to work out, but that's what's going on there. Transfer history for the season, same as it was. Let me know. Let's go. I realize you made on a pause there, so there it is. Ibrahim for 52, rising to 78. Paul Kuffner for 1.9. Gunyesh for 31.5. But today, my friends, it's all messed up. This is how we roll out. Lorenzo up top, Lothar, Passoni, Serge, Da Silva, Brugge, Kluge, Gabriel, Emery, Kuffner, and John Short. It's almost a complete rotation. Serge and Gabriel and Da Silva are the only ones. And Lothar, maybe. I guess you can count. Yeah. It's hard. Like I have a couple of players we could go after from an attacker, like attacking third, whether it's a striker or a left winger or attacking midfielder in the center or something like that. We have those. I'm really trying to find a center back and potentially a midfielder that, like, they're out there. There's also the issue that we only have 40 million in transfer budget, right? So it's like, So I think we're going to have to do some moving and shaking. We may actually have to go the loan route this summer. We'll see. But I think it's good, right? Like, this seems like a good time to reinvest, right? We're in the Champions League again. That seems a little bit more solid. Maybe if we can't find a really good center back, maybe we play 4-2-3-1 next season, or 4-3-3, debatable. Squad game. I'm trying to get some players some playing time. And I'll at the end of this episode, so you have a reason to stick around after we have the kids whip Impoli, is we'll go through what some of those potential options are that I'm looking at. But it's been kind of like, I have my scouts out. Hey, go find me a center back. And I have it on peak rather than young. Like, I'm trying to find a third center back to go with Oriole and maybe so. And again, I really thought that Gabriel had the opportunity to, but we've given him games, right? Like, if he was going to improve, he's 22. I'm not saying he can't improve. He's got 2 more years to, like, really kind of improve his skill set. But it's just like, we'll take that. Like, he's had the chance, So I'm not saying we're going to flip him and immediately sell him, but it's just annoying. That was good. I mean, we saw what that happened. We don't need to watch that again. Let's go smash them, boys. Yeah, I'm thinking we sell Bond. The left back situation, Gall is now only 3-star as well, so it's kind of like, do we bring him back? Do we loan him again? Do we sell Kluge? Do we find another, another Rene Ball, that could play the backup rotational option? Passoni. Can't find anybody. Oh, you should have let Kluge run onto that, mate. It was unfortunate. Oh. Paul, do something. Okay. Oh, yeah, he had a little bit more time there, I think. Paul did. We'll get it back. He's offside, isn't he? No. Paul did something. Good job, Paul. Not going to complain. We'll watch that again. It was kind of helter-skelter, I think is what we'll call it. That's good. Serge is like, bring in Messina. Let me out of here. Why am I playing? Dan Eagle. And I don't even have, should we do this? Yeah, sure. Can we go wreck some havoc on the back line? You know what? It's not worth it. Is this going to sink Empoli? We should check that. Is that goal? Is that offside? Would have been nice, for good old Gabriel. I'm not going to, like, a highlight. Yippee. Sony, nice. Da Silva. Can you make something happen here? Chips it back. Brogy, Pisoni, Brogy, back out on the wing. Nope, he's going to play it back. And Mary is going to find Paul. I was going to say Ibrahim, but I'm like, nope, he's injured again. Chips it across. Are you serious? A third time. I know Paul had the last assist. I don't remember who. No, it was in the box and in the mixer. I don't think Lorenzo got credit for it, but Serge is like, take me off. Halftime sub, please. Halftime sub. And that's going to happen. We'll bring in Messina, put him in the shop window. But first we're going to do this. Very happy. Yep. I'm not even going to question it. Just coming right in. De Silva's going to come off. We'll bring Noah Bonnet on as a... yeah, he can play a deep line playmaker. That's fine. Sure. Everybody else has played a lot. Maybe Bond at some point, but we're good right now. That leaves us one in case of injury concern. And I'm pretty happy. I'm going to say I want to see a good performance. Like, just because we're up 3-0. This is you getting a new team, Messina. For $15 million. Come on now. What, you getting no highlights? Is that what's going to happen? Like, oh, no. You thought you were going to get some highlights. You were wrong. You know what? Lothar's uninterested. He's coming off. I mean, he's 6.9. I'm not that upset. But again, Bond. Hey, Bond. Shop window, son. Let's go. I dare demand more? I am. I'm going to demand more. I like to see one of these youngsters do something. Like that goal I showed you from Brogy several episodes ago where he just rifled the volley in. I want to see something like that. That was poor. That was poor from them. Back to being uninterested. Nobody cares. They're like, boss. Let's do one praise. We never get to praise the team. Oh, let's check. Sorry. Let's check the table. A win here, well, maybe it depends on the sorting rules, but I don't think it would have rescued him. But this is kind of what Empoli has done. They have been the yo-yo team. And maybe that's fine. Maybe they're building up their facilities or something like that, but they have literally up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's kind of been crazy. So, no wonder goal for Brogy or Bonnet or Emery. Good save for John Short. John's like, yes, show this episode. That's a good way to end the season. I'm literally thinking several episodes ago about the Coppa Italia. We finished on 80 points. That is our highest total, isn't it? Last season we weren't that high. We were on 78. It's our highest points total. We are 5 points off of the title. Last season it was 10. Now, of course, we'll lose De Silva. Oh, maybe they would have been saved. Oh, whoops. John may get a raise. Oh, dear. They're not going to accept it. Why is it? It doesn't matter if it's leaked. That's kind of interesting. Let me go find some of the players we've been looking at here. So I've been looking at strikers. It's easier for me mentally if I go by strikers. So a lot of really good players, but like 425 grand a week, like that's not gonna happen. This guy has a relegation release clause of 35.5 million, which seems aggressive when he's worth 5 million. So I'm tempted to offer like 10. He's a wonder kid though, so like I could see them being like, no, see ya. But he looks to be quite good. I might even pay the 35.5 million. That would be overpaying, but I would kind of justify it with that, right? You sell Bond, he takes Bond's spot. He doesn't want important player wages, so it would seem to me, based off of this, if this is accurate, that he understands you're joining a Champions League team, so you'll take less wages, which would make it, if we sell Bond for 10 and we buy him for 35.5, that's 25.5. We'd still have some in the budget. Who else do we have here? Looked a little bit at this guy, but his estimated cost is 120 million, so we said no, thank you. There was another one. This guy is at Real Madrid. I tried to sign him. They got him on a free. Like, he chose them over us, so that was annoying. And now he's interested. Fairly susceptible to injuries, and you're like, eh. But then you look, and it's like, oh yeah. So I don't know if spending 30 or 40 million on him is a good idea, especially when I can get the other guy for 35.5 guaranteed, and he doesn't have that problem, right? Let's see, because I'm looking at like stuff that fits within our cost structure here. There's another one that he's in the Middle East. Hold on. Hold on. I'll find out eventually. I never clean out my short list. You ever clean out your short list? I don't. Oh, he's a midfielder. This guy. I'm not as impressed, but he's wanted by Tottenham and PSG, and our scouts say he would be the second best midfielder behind De Silva. I'm not saying he's as good as De Silva, but he'd be better than Luce, and he knows the attacking midfield role. So like, we could play him here and De Silva here, in a 4-2-3-1, and he's got a minimum release clause of 10.25. So he's kind of affordable. So I'm not jumping on him just yet. He would take a non-EU spot. He's played in MLS and then Argentina MLS. Classic Orlando City. Spend 3.1 million. Get some appearances on him, but then he actually has a pretty good season here, and then you sell him for 1.5. Like, great job. So he's an option. Obviously, we threw 20 million at Schalke for Costi. That I would gladly pay that. So I have to see how that plays out. Those are probably the big ones that I wanted to show you as, like potential options. Again, going back to the strikers here, I'm not saying there's not anybody else. We had this guy, but I'm not going to guarantee him important player playing time. I'm just not. I may change my mind. But just because he would be cheaper. So it's almost like maybe we go offer the Fiorentina guy just to see what kind of playing time he wants, because he's probably almost as good. If we do, what was the guy's name? This one, Adolfo. Okay, so he's more physical, has better vision, same on attacking, not as technical, definitely more aerial because he's 3 inches taller. Same mentals. But it's like, if you had the option of paying 9 plus some add-ons versus 35.5, that might be actually not a terrible idea. Now, will his agent want to go back and talk to us again? I just don't know how we might be forced then to play 4-2-3-1 and play like Lorenzo sometimes as the attacking mid to give everybody the playing time they want. That's kind of the issues that we're facing here. And none of these players are center backs. Now, I'm not showing center backs to you, so let's go take a look. Again, there are center backs available, but the cost is not so good, right? This guy, 34 million at Juve. He's okay, but he's really more of a fullback. This one looks all right, except he has a problem with injuries. That's why I threw 20 million at William here. If I could get him on a 2 or 3 year deal. 2 year deal. You know, I feel like William is we would like to win now, right? Like, but he's extremely doubtful. This guy looked pretty good at one point. His cost has gone up, and he's got an injury problem. Jordan Chavez. This guy looks all right, but is fickle. He's like another Gabriel that we'd have to develop, and he's not interested in transferring. Apparently, he wants to stay with Napoli, but he would take a loan. So maybe we try and loan him. So this is all the, that's how I feel about all this right now. So we'll see what our scouts can find. But overall, my friends, I'm most disappointed about the Coppa Italia, but I think it's been overall a successful season. We have improved our points total. That's really annoying that keeps popping up. We've improved our points total. We made a run in the Champions League. The board right now are happy. Okay. Now, right now we're not in. I think this is funny. It's like that's for next season. But like we passed everything that the board asked us to do, but we need to gear up for the next 2 seasons to try and win the league. But we're going to get more money, right? We're going to get Champions League money here coming in. We got some transfer budget to spend. Not as much as I'd like, but let's say that's 50 million if we can sell some players like a Gabriel Bond. Can we plug some holes? That is my question for you. What do you think about all that? Hit the like button, leave your comments below, and we'll see you next time after a massive transfer window. It's going to be massive. I'm calling it now. Let's go.